Dcryptofan, what up, crypto gang gang? It's your guy, Randy Fan, the host of the Crypto Fan. Today, we're gonna take a deep dive. I got something lined up for y'all. We're gonna take a one-on-one with the truth. You've been hearing the hype. I'm pretty sure you hear the FUD. Is Zebec Network real? Is it legit? Is it hype? Or is it just a rug pull? All right. So y'all know I don't play with people's money. So what I did, I went and did some research, and I went back to 2022, and I found an interview with the co-founder, Sam Thapaliya, where he does an interview. All right. So we're gonna take a listen of this interview. I want you guys to judge for yourself. This is how we protect our bags. We do research. All right. So the first clip I'm gonna play, all right, comes up. We'll talk about Sam. He's gonna talk about where he comes from. This hits a little different. He's not just the founder, but he's the builder. And he talks about his failures and the lessons and his visions. All right. So let's take a watch.
Can you give our audience a bit of background on yourself and your team, particularly in reference to how you came up with the idea and developed it?
I'm from Nepal, actually. So I was born during the second half of the Civil War. So I grew up without seeing computer up until I was like 13 years old. So I saw computer, fell in love with it, started coding, started a couple of projects back home in Nepal, came to States second half of 2017, during the heights of ICO boom, learned a lot about crypto back in that time. And I tried to start a fintech company for a while, didn't work out, started a B2B AI company, raised a couple of $1 million, had a few patents, had decent size of customer base. And earlier this year, I left the company to start Zebec. And the reason I came to this idea is we have a group of founder friends where we discuss things that does not make sense. And one of the things we were discussing was payroll, because you work for 14 days, someone pays you on day 17, and no one can explain you why. And we were thinking that wouldn't be cool to be paid every single second, like almost in a real-time manner. We started researching and realized that it's impossible to do this in traditional Rails. You can only do this in this neo Rails, like crypto, right? And the fun thing for me is I know only two things in the world. One is to write, smart contract, and the other is to write AI code. So that came as a perfect fit. So after researching, we realized that it can be for more than payroll. It can be for token investing, which is the lifeblood of crypto. It can also be for subscription transaction, which does not exist in crypto right now. So that's how we came to the idea of a continuous settlement protocol where you can do the things like payroll by second, token investing by second, or subscription transaction on top of it.
All right. Man, I respect that he kept it real. He talked about the setbacks, because using this space, people don't really talk about their setbacks and their failures. They don't really do that. So I respect his honesty. So I just want to show you that the man's not afraid to show his L's, and which means he might be here for the long haul. But anyway, I want you to go now. We're going to go to part 2. Remember, I have to take this video. It's a 14-minute video. I got to shorten it up for you guys. So now, and I'm going to show you where you can go ahead and see that interview. It was actually a great interview. So now let's take a close look on 2022 and pay attention. All right. Now we're going to talk about the tech. We're going to talk about his vision and what he sees for Zebec and how it solves real world problems and real world financial flows and issues. So I want to play this part right here. So take a listen to this. This is what he's explaining about what the utility of Zebec does. All right. Zebec Network. Take a listen to this.
We like the idea of receiving your pay in crypto. We see this as something massive for the future. How does your application work? And how easy is it to implement for a small company as well as a large one?
I absolutely agree, like your point that crypto pay is going to be more and more prevalent in the future. And one of the interesting thing about our product is it actually is as close to the traditional payroll company as this. And so traditional payroll processing companies, how they work is you basically sign up a employee, and they receive the pay in like day 14 or day 17, right? And the way Zebec protocol works, it enables an employer to send money to employee on a real-time basis. And it's simple, like you basically create a profile, create a phantom wallet, connect your phantom wallet, and sign up for your employer, and then every single second your account is being funded, and you can actually test it out for yourself as well. You can go to zebec.io, connect your Phantom wallet, and you can start streaming money to whoever you want.
Do you see many people deciding to take their salary in crypto? And how do you see this evolving?
So we are seeing like more and more companies like moving towards this direction. And one of the most interesting thing we will see in the future is there are a lot of these predatory industry that are built around payroll, right? Like payroll lending, where there are like predatory lending practices which charge like hundreds of percentage in interest rate, and over the time we will see a future in which if a company is not paying their employee in a real time basis, they are not well regarded among its payers. So you know how if a company is not paying a $15 minimum salary, $15 an hour minimum salary in California, they are not they have some problem when it comes to hiring. I think over the time, if a company is not paying their employees in real time, they will have the similar backlash, and we'll see that pattern evolving, with people moving to crypto because crypto makes flow of money faster, cheaper, and easier. And that's going to be the big driving force when it comes to adoption of our product.
All right. Sir, that real-time payroll, continuous investing streams. So this wasn't no copy paste. It's like they've basically been doing the same thing since 2022. So their message and their vision hasn't changed. So that matters. So it sounds like they have some type of infrastructure that matters when you're trying to build wealth long term. You understand? So now what I want to do is play this part where he goes into his partnerships, the partnerships back in 2022. And the only reason why I'm playing this video, of course, is that I want to show consistency, because I've been in this for a while. Like, I was in a SafeMoon. SafeMoon was supposed to be everything. Next thing you know, things change. It's a new coin. It's a new this. It's a new that. And then next thing is zeros out. So that's how it happens to a rug pull. When they see a rug pull, they pull that rug from on you, and you know where you land up when they pull that rug for you? On your ass. Okay? So what I'm doing, I'm just doing my DD and showing you what I've seen, what I saw in 2022. So, and what I heard, I want you to see. So, and you could judge for yourself. I'm just here doing my due diligence and showing you the facts. All right? You make your own decision. All right? Dcryptofan. Let's go part 3.
We noticed you've raised development capital to expand your business. Can you tell us a little about how you went about this?
Yeah, so we raised $6 million last year, and we wanted to have like a strong set of partners, like firms that have actually worked with fintech companies and SaaS companies. And so for that, we worked with Republic Capital, Shima Capital, Briar Capital, and we had other firms like Gemini, and like Infinity Ventures Crypto. Like we had a decent set of investors, and they're very very supportive of what we are doing, and on our next round, they're interested in doubling down as well.
All right. So you guys heard it for yourself. So on this part 3, so you hear about his partnerships and you see where they were going and you see the tech. And if you see since 2022, they haven't changed. So that tells me that you're moving in the same direction. You have the same intentions. With rug pulls, you want to watch with too many companies all over the place, going here, going there, going over the place. You want to watch for that. Does Sam sound like someone I trust with my money or your money? I don't know. I'm just giving you the news, okay? But anyway, you heard about the partnerships they had back then. So let's take a look at the new partnerships in 2025. All right. So let's take a look at this. Let's see. All right. So the new partnerships that they have. All right. So they've raised over $28 million, and I'm hearing $35 million. So they have the partnership with Circle. Of course, they have the partnership with Coinbase. I told you about the partnership with Synchrony. And investors, well, let's go about the investors who's actually investing in them. So these are big names who are investing in them. So you have Circle investing in them, Coinbase Ventures, Solano Ventures, Briar Capital, Republic, and Lightspeed Venture Partners. All right, and I already told you with the partners that they have with Circle, with Chainlink, which has been around a long time. I told you about Synchrony. Now they just inked a deal with Visa. They already have a deal with MasterCard, Super Oracle. So let's see what else. So they're making new partnerships. That much I can tell you. So what was the FUD about? All right. So if you go on Reddit, you hear the community, they've been complaining about the burns. They're saying that they have misleading burns. Also, what else it is? The misleading revenue sources, accusations that the revenues that be selling nodes are fabricated. The project is selling tokens and buy fake nodes. That's what the FUD is out there, folks. So, but let me go on to what I've been seeing. All right. So let's go on CoinMarketCap. So let's go on CoinMarketCap. Right now, it's at 6.12. And let me tell you, the market's been down. And this baby's still been staying there. The market was down. It actually dropped down to, I think, 3.24 trillion total market, and everything was dropping. But this baby's been standing on strong. And remember when I first started reporting to you, it was 165. Then, if I remember right, it went to 126. And then while I was reporting, it went to 124. But right now, folks, it's at let's see, where is it ranked? That's what I like about it. Even so the market's down, the baby's still moving, man. Let me see here. It's ranked 113. So it's still moving. So even so the market is down, compared to the rest of the market, this baby's still doing well. If you look at it, and earlier today, today's high was what was today's high? Today's high was, it got actually 0062. And just so you know, the all-time high is 069. Now, the market cap fell down a little bit. We had hit, I think, 421. The market cap right now is 489. Well, that's not, no, 489 million, okay? But we had hit 520 million. So let's go with that. And also I want to show you the board. I want to show you the people that's on their board. So I want to show you the advisors. So this is the leadership that they have here. This is the leadership team. Sam founder, Simon. Look like he got his brother on there. They didn't put the last names, but their brothers on there. He got his brother on that as part of the advisors. That right there. Yeah, two of them are brothers, actually, looks like. All right, they didn't put the last name, but they brothers. All right, a little nepotism there. That happens all the time. Jerry Jones and Jerry Jones Jr. All right, LeBron and Bronny. About time we got our nepotism getting going in. They do it all the time. But I'm not going to go there. But these are the partners. You know, look at that. Binance. If you go on their page, you got Binance, Ethereum, JP Morgan Chase, Visa, MasterCard, Copay, Assure, Aspire, Mural. Go on their page, take a look at it. I mean, the page could be a little bit better. I'm not going to lie to you. But go on their page, look at their board. This is what you're doing. You're doing research. Go look at their page. Look how good their page look. Because when rug pulls do, they make all type of fake stuff. They make a fake Instagram page, make this page, blow it up to make it look something magnificent, and then they pull that rug right up under you. You know what happens when you pull that rug from right up you? What they call a rug pull? Because you land on your ass. That's why they call it rug pull. So if you want to go and look at their website, it's zebec.io. All right, that's zebec.io. All right, that's zebec.io. Okay, I wanted to go into this and go into the research and dig a little deep and listen to the man himself. So it's Cryptofan. All right, hit a like, hit a subscribe, and tell me what you think. All right, do you think this is real? What do you think from what you're hearing from this guy? Do you think this is real or this is a rug pull? Because just look up all the partnerships. Tell me what you think. Also, I'm on Facebook, I'm on IG, and I'm on Twitter, and I'm on TikTok, and of course, you know I'm on YouTube. All right, Dcryptofan. Hit a like, hit a subscribe, okay? Hit a notification. And on the next episode, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into where the resistance is at and where we need to break resistance so we can go to the next move, all right? We're going to talk about more in the market and see if we could break out and hit all-time highs. The Crypto Fan, all right? Hit a like, hit a subscribe.